Let's boot it up. Oh, right. This is a PAL game. I might have to change settings. Yeah, that happens if you try to play a PAL game on a US console with Mechapone. Like a BIOS thing. What's up, truck? This is the best Atlas logo.
Imagine 別次元に存在する精神体本当の自分証明された魂内なる自己と向かい合い純粋な意志を知る時代豊かな精神活動に支えられた素晴らしき未来の夢でも彼らはそれを否定する欧州連合の衰退対立する米中二大国家鳴り響く崩壊の序曲そして5分後の未来機械仕掛けの神が降臨する
Yeah, the only way to play this in English is this version of the game in English, I should say, is the PAL version, and the translation is explicitly literal. And as you can understand, in a game that uses kanji, if you translate everything literally, word for word, none of it will make any sense. So this game basically makes no sense in this version, but it's this or Maken X, and Maken X's translation is also bad, so there's basically no good way to play this game in English. H-phone.
Maken Deus Ex Machina.
If I remember right, normal game, enemies have unblockable attacks, whereas beginner, you can block every attack, so to not trivialize the entire game, we're going to play on normal. Is this the same thing that I was just in? Put me in options to start. Yeah, okay.
Maken.
But basically, for this ending, I've never done it, but I'm pretty sure you just have to do the Haka route, and then at the very end, before you go to Kunlun, you say no to the last Haka, and then you do the Blade Master ending instead. So this is like the longest route, I think. Although, I don't know, maybe Blade Master is the longest route, because Blade Master, you have to fight all the Haka, and they're harder, in my opinion, than the Fukenshi are. I think there's just normal and beginner. Maybe there is a hard mode, but I know there's like a trial mode and some other stuff you unlock by getting the bonus cutscene at the end of the Fukenshi ending, if you agree to everything Kei says.
人工生命の名前なんて乱数でいいんじゃねえの？私たちと同じ生命なのよ。差別しないで。それなら本人に決めさせようぜ。
But Maken X is generally what most people consider the better version, and I agree to a point. But there are better things in Maken Show. That look at that fucking JPEG, dude. This is such a bad version of the game. The PAL version is just so messy. Like, look at the text and everything. It's just butt ugly because they basically stretch it from 480i to 576i and change the frame rate to 50 hertz so it runs slower. This is just not a good way to play this game. If you're going to play Maken Show, play it in Japanese.
人工知能にしては悪くないネーミングセンスだ。
Or play Maken X. But Maken X has the mechanic where you jump behind enemies, you jump over them, and that trivializes a lot of the bosses, and I don't like that. I think the combat design in Maken Shou is better, although the controls are worse.
彼はもう目覚めたの？
もうすぐだよ。
魔剣開発は極秘じゃないのか？
There's a chance I mess up somewhere and I don't get the Haka ending. I don't remember. I gotta see if I have my Haka notes somewhere. If I have my notes for it, I'll be able to follow the route properly. Documents. Let's see if I got it in here. Maken. RTF. Why is this a rich text file, man? What was I doing in 2023, dude?
だから今から魔剣にイマージュ、すなわち心を与えるのよ。
心を？どうやって？
The fuck? Rich text file?
一時的に魔剣の人工脳へ人間のイマージュを移すの。その刺激を受けた魔剣はイマージュ世界を構築し、
What was I
結
doing,
果
man?
自我を持った精神体として目覚めるわけ。
Was I not using Notepad++ in 2023? That's crazy.
あれ？どうして K の家庭教師がここにいるんですか？
魔剣を目覚めさせるためには特定の遺伝子が必要なんだよ。
ねえ、フェイスさんってかっこいいよね。
Okay, I do have at least the route.
そう？
ねえお父さん、もっと近くで見ていい？
構わないよ。
Some fucking super giga basic notes.
世界初の覚醒実験。フェイさんは怖くないの？
君の父さんを信じているからね。
But yeah, basically the world is falling apart. There's like a pandemic and the disease turns people into stone. And they're developing an AI called Maken. And it basically becomes like a machine god, but it possesses Kay and like takes over her body. Kay is the daughter of this guy, the guy with the eye patch. And this is like the dude that she likes. And he's supposed to be the guy to wield Maken. Owned. Game is so quiet. Log into Google Chrome. This game is kind of crazy with the story. I'm not gonna be able to explain it perfectly, but I'll kind of cover it as we go through it. But it's a little ridiculous. It's cool though. Like, it's just very hard to get the story out of the games in English because the translations are very bad. For example, there's a character called Kita, and in Maken X they call it Kitty. Like, it's that kind of translation. Well, okay, so there's no, like, Atlas localized version of Maken Shao. It doesn't exist. This is localized by Midas, who is the company that did the localization for the PAL market. This didn't come out in English, except in PAL. Maken X did have an official English release that was published by, like, Sega, I think, for the Dreamcast. This is PS2. This is PAL PS2. Yeah, this game has diagonal running. Move faster, moving diagonal. Item box. Oh, it's R1. Got it. Okay. There goes my flare rank. Basically, how many enemies you kill in a row, it gives you a multiplier, and that multiplies how many image points you get from killing an enemy. So you're heavily encouraged to try and streak damageless, basically. Maken X has a level system. You can only brainjack certain enemies if you're their same level, basically, and it's to prevent you from getting too strong characters without, like, killing enemies. But it basically results in you grind. If you're going for, like, any of the non-standard endings, they expect you to grind for it, which is just not fun. So, in my opinion, Maken Shao is just the better choice to play if you're trying to get any ending aside from the base sacrifice variants. So, second place. Alright, now this is where the fun begins. I don't remember, like, any of the strats I did, so yeah, this is. I'm good. I'm just doing an ending I haven't done before, but I don't remember, like, any of the strats, so it may as well just be casual. Come on, give me another. Nailed it. Okay, at least I didn't take damage from that. That's right. You can, like, stand to the left of these guys not locked on and kill them without being in threat. I may as well take the heal. The game controls pretty similarly to Mega Man Legends, except for it's obviously focused on melee, so there's like blocking, there's lock on, but the problem is this is the main issue that most people have with the game. Even if you're good with tank controls, you can't move diagonally unless you're holding circle. So like pressing circle basically like puts you in type A controls, and without holding circle you're in like Mega Man Legends type B controls. So you have to like get used to swapping back and forth, which can kind of trick people up, even if you're used to like this era style tank controls. It's a little clunky, but it's not that bad, especially because the lock-on movement is pretty good in this game. Get some image points here. Yeah, image points basically give you stats or rather experience as well. And when you fully unlock a character, they do more damage and they get more moves. So now I've got this move. It's like a thrusting stab. And you can just outright buy characters with image. You don't necessarily have to get to a specific level to brainjack someone. So there's just more freedom in this game versus Maken X with how many, like which characters you can brainjack and win. So this game, in my opinion, is better for like any run that doesn't do sacrifice, basically, because of that. Because you don't have to grind levels. You just have to get enough image, which you can get naturally through playing. Which is a little better, because I did a Haka ending playthrough of Maken X, and it was way more grindy. It was way more grindy. It was not as fun as playing Haka on Shao. Although, Maken X is extremely flashy. It's a first-person game, and it goes, like, hardcore in the first person, but the reason why they made this game, like this version of the game, is because the Japanese audience for Maken X would get motion sick. And I can identify with that because I also get motion sick with Maken X. What's up, Spidey? That was smooth. Time for the banger music. This is Hawk. She's got her butts out, and the camera makes sure you know it. Or Claw, not Hawk. Dude, it is really hot out, yeah. It's over 100 here today. But yeah, last time I ran Sacrifice, it was over 2 years ago, and I did not know about diagonal running being faster. I did figure that out by the time I did the Haka run, so my Haka run's like, okay, it's not great, but my Sacrifice run is like especially bad, so if I do end up running this again, which I might, I don't know, I'll do Sacrifice, which is basically the any percent route. Here's Andre. See if I can remember how to fight this guy. Here's the jumps. think he's supposed to be like a gorilla man. Give me the run. Run at me. Yeah, here we go. Whipped it. I'm surprised I didn't kill him. Toy Federation? I don't think I've watched that. Bigfoot is 100% real. They're getting away with her dad. And they just start whispering for no reason. But yeah, Maken and Kei have basically fused together at this point. Maken is the machine AI sword thing, is basically possessed her, but also become her spirit. She wasn't like trained to use Maken. She just had to because the guy who was trained to use Maken died. So basically, you can choose to try and save her in some of the endings and stuff like that. Otherwise, other times you can like be Maken and get like that's what I'm doing this time. Is I'm trying to do the Maken ending, which I've never done before. Yeah, there's 4 main endings. There's Sacrifice, the Fukenshi ending, the Hake ending, and the Maken Way. And there's like variations on those, but those are the main 4, I think. Like you can get a special ending doing the Fukenshi ending where you agree with Kei and like the image sequences every time, which is incredibly difficult to do in the PAL version because it's hard to tell what the fuck you're saying because the translation is so bad. This guy is the head of the Blade Masters. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to be done about it. There's not really. Both Maken X's English translation and Maken shows are pretty bad, but the game is still fun, thankfully. If you're wondering why it sounds like everybody is talking slow, like they're drunk, it's because the PAL version runs at 50 Hz and they slowed the game down by 1/6. Oh yeah, like I'm not upset about it or anything. It's nice to have anything, but you know, it'd be nicer if it was like a good translation, of course. Normally I've just played the Japanese version, but because I'm just playing casually right now, may as well just whip out the PAL version because I own it. It's not even that kind of style, Spidey, where they just go for different stuff. It's just like a word-for-word literal translation. I saw that Devil Summoner just got a Spanish translation, right? So maybe the English translation's closer than we think. Maybe. I definitely want to play that in English. Alright, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to try to not save the dad if I'm doing the Maken ending. I do have my route notes from when I routed Hake, so I'm just going to follow that and then just say no when I get to Mecha, and hopefully that works.
おそらく連中の狙いは相模所長の持つ知識にある。すぐに連中の後を追い、悪魔の計画を阻止するのだ。
No.
私の頼みを断るか。
魔剣の人工脳にはKのイマージュも宿っています。もし魔剣に何かあれば、彼女もただでは済みません。
私
So Maken refuses, but Kay still agrees to try and save her dad.
父さんを助けたい。
ダメだよ。相手は人殺しの集団なんだよ。
It's the
そんな
Mafia.
の危険すぎるよ。
父さんは今だって危険な目に遭っているのよ。なのに助けに行かないなんてどうかしてるわ。私の心配なんていらない。私が行くと言ったら行くのよ。
我らのために戦ってくれ。それが汝の定めなのだ。
This guy lives up on Kunlun. You can see Kunlun in the background there. Kunlun is an exclusive level only to the Haka ending. You can't get it with any of the other three.
人間の脳の鳥、体を自在に操る汝の能力、それをブレインジャックという。
この状態でそんなことをしたら K のイマージュがどうなるか。
Back when Atlas used to make Peak. Monkey noises.
変わらず魔剣と結合したままだな。
無事を喜んでいいのかしら。
次にその男の記憶を脳から抽出するのだ。奴らが所長を連れて行く場所をつかめるだろう。魔剣よ、中国を経由しロシアへ向かえ。モスクワには最強の風剣士が、香港にはフェイの妹がいる。現地においては彼女らの指示に従うがよい。敵の妨害があるだろう。だが道は必ず開ける。そのためのブレインジャックだ。万個の力を生かせ。何の精神が善なることを期待してやまない。
We got the 5-head airplane. That would be Kuan, Drac. I spent $300 on Kuan, probably about 7 years ago. but it's worth nearly it's worth over $1,000 now, so don't really regret it. Yeah, this is an image scene. Basically, this is where you learn about Kay and what her beliefs are and what her philosophy is, and you can agree with her or not. It depends on the game. It really does. I really don't like spending over $40 on anything. If it gets above $40, I start considering buying games without the case, like the box or the manual. When I bought Kuon, it was $400 on eBay, but I looked on Amazon and there was a complete in-box in acrylic in great condition for $300, so I just decided to buy it. Because it was a deal then, and now it would be an absolute insane steal. So... And I like Kuon. I think Kuon's a great game. So... done with the voice acting, so I can lower the volume again. Yeah, it's that, but one word. It's a From Software survival horror game set in Japan with Abe no Seimei and Domon. It's not perfect, like, there's stuff I wish it did differently, but it's still cool, I like it, you know, big From Software nerd from before the Souls games, so wanted to own it. And the US version is very rare. They only made, like, they made under 1,000 production copies. Very low production game, so it's actually rare. Not like games that are just popular to the point where they sell for a lot. Legitimately rare. And the US version comes with Japanese voice acting and US voice acting on the disc, and it's uncensored. The PAL version is heavily censored. And the Japanese version obviously doesn't have English, so... and the Japanese version is also kind of getting expensive. Good luck reading any of this, because it's all, like, word-for-word translations. Refer to the words of Jones, researcher on the gene algorithm of the image. Though growing up as an ordinary girl, she ended up here somehow. Maybe the new International University in Kanazawa screwed up her life. Like, what the fuck does this even... No, I don't have Fatal Frame. Never really liked the series much. I should give Fatal Frame another try, because it's been a while since I tried them. It's just I didn't really like it back when I tried it. I mean, yeah, of course I've played Siren, dude. Like, what kind of Silent Hill fan would I be if I haven't played Siren? Oh, yeah. He's just like, he's a very wide stance. I like it. A lot of the animations in Maken Show are actually pretty good. They're very basic. You can tell they made this on a big, like a very small budget, but a lot of the stuff is still good. Okay, that guy didn't die. That's fine. Give me the lock on. There we go. That was kind of bad. Siren and Siren Blood Curse are both good. Trying to farm some image here. I don't actually need it if I'm just following the route I did for Haka, but it's just nice to have. I'm gonna have to brainjack Inaba because I want to go to Hong Kong first, which means I'm gonna play with Inaba for a while, and that's gonna suck. Inaba's not bad, but he is definitely not as good as Andre. I heard that, like, the best versions are, like, on Xbox, right? The Fatal Frame? I'm not super sure. When I tried it, I tried the PS2 versions. Oh, I thought that was going to hit both for sure. Oh, well. As long as I don't die. What's up, Doc? Yeah, it's hot as heck over here, too. It's over 100 today, 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's what I heard, is that there was, like, the best version was, on Xbox. I will be brainjacking Inaba because it gives you a different destination, so I can do Hong Kong early. Oh, what's the best version then? Okay. Alright, we're playing as this guy. He does this, which sucks, because it doesn't hit around him. Okay, yeah, and that's all he has until he gets the stun move. I remember trying the PS2 version and not liking it, but we're talking like over 10 years ago. My taste is very different now, so I might like it now. I didn't really like the characters. That's the main thing I remember is, like, I just did not vibe with the characters at all.
予備回線は問題なさそうね。これで中央にアクセスできるわ。
Why does everybody whisper in this game? I gotta turn the volume up every cutscene.
悪魔から世界を守ろうとする道楽じいさんだろう。
あれだけ警察に顔が利くのよ。一般人とは思えないわ。
リー氏の所有する経済コンス、あれ幽霊会社なんだぜ。
どうして今まで黙ってたの？
I just remember being like, can I play as an adult, please?
給料さえくれれば問
Don't
題
want
な
to
い
be playing as these little girls.
変な宗教団体だったら最悪。
抜けるなら今だぜ。
どうして K なんだ。どうして K がこんな目に遭わなければならないんです。もし所長の身に何かあったら彼女は一生このままなんですか。
K のことなら大丈夫よ。私たちが何とかするから。
安請け合いしないでくれ。それに俺を巻き込むな。
ねえ、話を整理してる
どうぞ。
But granted, at the time I was basically just loading up whatever on OPL, so it's not like I was committed to playing it because I didn't buy it.
生態系統を開発する。私たちは
But I mean, nowadays I like stuff like Clock Tower 3, so I would probably like Fatal Frame if I played it now.
リー氏だろうが、所長も一枚噛んでた可能性が高い。
K は負けに目覚まさせるから。リー遺伝子の所有者。それ
And Clock Tower 3 is like ridiculously silly.
娘が持つ遺伝子を基準に所長が魔剣を開発したのさ。俺らと内緒でな。
娘を実験台にするような人じゃないわ。それに魔剣はそもそもフェイが目覚めさせるはずだったのよ。
なら K が適合者だってことをなぜ俺らに黙ってた。
話す必要がないからよ。
今議論しても時間の無駄さ。情報が少なすぎる。
初期の使用書を見れば何か。
My brother really likes the Fatal Frame series. Like, he really likes it, so I'm sure if I actually sat down and tried to play him, I'd like him too.
無断でか。冗談じゃない。これ以上ヤバい話はごめんだ。
私たち騙されてたのよ。コケにされて悔しくないの？
If I do play 1 and 2, I'd probably play them on Xbox because I could just put them on my Xbox hard drive.
人として K を救うため。
And that's Xbox is way better at playing stuff that way than PS2 is with OPL. OPL just kind of sucks in comparison to Xbox.
知ってしまうわけか。アダムの気持ちがわかるぜ。
私が言うなら後悔しないわ。所長のデータにアクセスして。
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm going off an opinion that I formed from like maybe an hour and a half of playing it 10 years ago. So I'm like judging the game harshly from a perspective that I don't have anymore. You know, it's kind of silly now that I'm thinking about it.
ちゃんと着陸できるんだもの。ここでモスクワ行きの便に乗り換える予定だけど、私たちの行動は連中にマークされていると思うの。だから他の都市まで移動しましょう。そこから乗った方が。あれ、フェイさんの妹を探してる余裕なんてないじゃない。モスクワまでの行き方はあなたに任せるわ。
Basically, all of the FMVs in this game, it seems like they really converted them very poorly, and the audio is just like destroyed by the process. 'Cause I don't remember the Japanese cutscenes being this quiet. Oh yeah, you can swap your brain jacks from this menu, and in the speed run, you don't brain jack anybody in the levels except for Inaba in Hake, because Inaba in Hake takes you to Hong Kong. But like Ramrod and Alice, you wait until the level is done and you brain jack them from the menu because it's faster. Lots of good music in this game. Oh, dang, you can just jump up onto the box? I didn't know that. Yeah, you totally can. Oh, shit. Okay, at least they didn't come over here. See if I can remember my way through these levels. I think this is a required combat encounter. Yeah, it is. See if I can remember how to do this. No, I wasn't far enough left to dodge that attack. That's good. Oh, I can't lose my lock on. That's cool. I gotta remember how to unlock, because that's really important, because if locked on, it makes you stand in attack range of enemies, whereas you're not locked on, sometimes you can stand in positions that their attacks won't hit you. And that's what I was trying to do there, but I guess... How do I lock? Okay, you just hold the button. Hold lock on to unlock. Cool. So, to do the Maken Way ending, I have to defeat every single one of the Fukenshi and, refuse to side with the Hake at the end. So, the Maken Way is basically this game's equivalent of, like, a true neutral ending, I guess. This way, then. The Fukenshi ending, I guess, is what you would consider, like, the good ending, and the Haka is, like, chaos, or the bad ending, like, whatever you want to consider it. So this is the sister of the guy who was supposed to use Maken.
死んだのかと思ったわ。あなたがフェイさんの妹さん？そうよ。相模所長さん。
I mean, yeah, there's plenty of games that had multiple endings by the time this game came out, dude. Like, tons of games had multiple endings.
インドのテレビスター、シャージャを倒すのよ。奴がテレビで流す電波は人間を無気力にするわ。
I mean, like, even just from the series legacy of the company that made, like, this game. You got like every SMT game has multiple endings.
父さんを助けたいだけなんだから。何甘いこと言ってんのよ。魔剣に選ばれたんだから、人類のために戦いなさい。
You have to fight for the people.
シャージャは連中の部下なわけ。奴らを放っておいたら人類は滅びるんだからね。そんなこと言われても。まったく。どうしてあんたなんかが選ばれたのかしら。
Yeah, so everybody is constantly trying to get you to do things their way in this game. Every time you talk to anybody that you can brain jack, they're like, side with us. I'm not doing what you tell me. I'm gonna say no.
本に着せる気はないけど、あんたは人間に作られたのよ。普通は人類を救うために戦うものなんじゃないの？魔剣がそんなんじゃ、兄さんは浮かばれないわ。もういいわ。さっさとモスクワに行きなさいよ。インドの発揮は私が何とかするから。
That's how you defeat her? You just hit her after the fact? Now, the guide, the ending guide, says you have to brainjack her, but you don't. So... you basically just tell her no and smack her once. You don't even have to fight her. It's honestly pretty funny. There's an item around here, isn't there? Oh yeah, I know where it is. It's over here. Now I have to defeat the inline skating team. The rollerblade. This is not going well. Yeah, this is not going well. There we go. Now I'm moving with it. Never mind. One down. Lock on, please. Not necessarily many, but basically, if you want to do the Hake route or a Hake route derivative like the Maken way, you need to brainjack Inaba to go to Hong Kong, or I guess you don't necessarily have to. You can unlock Hong Kong later and come and smack the Fukenshi here. But if you want to do it fast, you basically have to do Hong Kong as this guy, and you basically have to play as this guy until you get the Ramrod, which sucks because this guy's not the best. He's not that bad, but he's definitely not as good as the character you get to play as if you've run Sacrifice. If you're running Sacrifice, you get to play as Andre the whole time, and he's much better. He's pissed. Why'd you bonk her? Whatever, lady. So the ending we're doing is we're basically doing what Maken wants. We're not siding with anybody, including her. So we're doing like a true neutral style. We're just not siding with anybody but ourselves. The Haka ending basically is that. It's just like, we're pressing the reset button on this shit. We're done. Turn everybody into stone and have a new world begin. Moscow. I might die on this level. We will see. Look at those JPEGs in the distance. This is Red Square, I think.
我はカティ、炎を司る風景師である。魔剣とその娘よ、よくぞここまでたどり着いた。我が愛弟子フェイシャーを貴様が殺害した件について、今この場で咎めたりはせぬ。安心するがよい。
父さんは無事なんですか？今どこにいるんですか？
我々のトレーラーの中だ。ついてこい。
Defeat Shaja.
今私たちは苦しい時代を迎え
It's Mr. Meteor. This is the Pope.
ですがこれは千年王国を迎えるための
It definitely,
大いなる
a thousand-year kingdom.
平和へ一丸とする主のおぼし飯なのです。さあ、今こそ汚れた魂を捨て、主の身元へ帰りましょう。悩めるすべての魂を主はお救いくださります。
宗教が自殺を進めるとは世も末だな。悪魔の仕業っていう話もまんざら嘘じゃなさそうだ。
これもケンのお父さんをさらった連中が仕組んだこと？
さあな、俺にわかるのは葬儀屋が儲かることぐらいさ。
予想通り所長のデータは多重に暗号化されているわ。全て解読するにはかなりの時間が必要よ。
他には？
いい話と悪い話、どっちから聞きたい？
いい話だけ。
所長は計画に関する全
Dr. Guinness.
ギネス博士に送ってるわ。
ギネス博士？魔剣の開発に反対したあのじいさんにか？
反対してたからこそそう考えるべきでしょうね。連絡してみるだけの価値はあるわ。
それで
It's because they converted it from 480i to 576i.
信頼できるわ。
なんだこりゃ。
And they didn't do it well.
変わらねえぜ。よく今まで
Yeah, they also, the reason why everybody talks slowly is because they reduced the speed of the game by 1/6 to make it work on PAL.
何がですか？
このデータが正しいなら、魔剣の人口
This is not a good version of the game, but if you want to play Maken Show in English, it's the only way.
そして融合が始まるわ。
融合って？
K のイマージュが魔剣に吸収されていくのよ。
吸収されると？
アイデンティティの消失、彼女の個性は死を迎えるわ。
イマージュを失った人間は何も感じないし何も考えない。ケイはただ生きるだけのゾンビになっちまうのさ。
そんな冗談じゃない。早くどうにかしないと。
所長が戻ってくれば大丈夫よ。
まだ生きていればの話だがな。
やめてよ。
リー氏から何か連絡は？
Also, you could tell the audio is desyncing a little
ギネス博士のところへ行けと
from the cutscene. It's just a really good port,
しかないな
or a really good localization effort on the Midas's end.
そんなところに誰が行くのよ。
僕が行きます。
会える保証なんてないのよ。それに危険だってこと。
僕は行かなくてはならないんです。あの時僕がもっとしっかりしていれば。
コウ君のせいじゃないわ。もし責任を感じているのなら。
そうじゃないんです。僕はケイを助けたいんだ。ここで負けるの帰りを待つだけなんて耐えられない。
冷静に物事を考えなさい。あなたはまだ子供なのよ。それに旅費はどうするの？
遊軍は始まってもおかしくない時間だ。早く元の体に戻さないと手遅れになる。なあ、ここは一つコウに任せようじゃないか。
モスクワに行けば馬券に会えるかもしれない。ギネス博士ならイマージュを元に戻せるかもしれない。全てが推測でしかないわ。あなたは危険な賭けを子供にさせるつもり？
But yeah, this is all setting up a choice later that we'll have to go see Dr. Guinness or not do that. The fastest ending, the sacrifice ending, you basically don't save her, and Ko sacrifices himself, and you play as, like, in the Forbidden City, the final level of that path, you play as Ko until you get to the fight with Geist, and then you switch to K. But we're not doing sacrifice.
我々が追いついた時にはすでに魂を抜き取られていた。残念だが父親のことを諦めろ。相模所長の魂を奪ったのは天孫流星である。貴様と同じく奴も人ではない。世界を創造したバンコという神のしもべであり、また人類の抹殺を目論む悪魔の化身なのだ。奴は人間のイマージを吸収する力を持っている。入手したイマージを第三者に注入することで自分に忠実な兵士を増やしているのだ。インドの大スターもその犠牲者の一人であろう。奴は人間の手によって世界を破滅させる気なのだ。人の運命は手にはない。運命を決めるのは我々人の意志なのだ。天孫流星の計画は絶対に阻止せねばならん。故に人の世界を守るため宿命を受け入れた者もいる。それが我ら風景師の一族だ。
No.
そして天孫流星を倒すための切り札が負け
No.
貴様なのだ。我ら風景師の指示に従い天孫流星を倒せ。それが魔剣として生まれた貴様の取るべき道だ。そして魔剣と共にある娘よ、奪われたお前の父の魂も天孫流星を倒せば取り戻すことができるぞ。
お願い、天孫流星を倒して父さんが助かるなら。
If you can't tell, they called Tenso Ryusei Mr. Meteor.
天孫流星を倒すのよ。
Which Mr. Meteor is still a pretty good name. And all of a sudden, this cutscene is nearly silent.
早速奴の手下が来たぞ。 天孫流星の居場所を突き止め次第連絡する。それまでは欧州に潜入した我が同胞の力となれ。天孫流星の部下を倒し、混沌と化した世界を正すのだ。もし人類を敵に回すような態度を示したときは、この私が貴様を滅ぼす。
You'll try.
夢に忘れる。
But yeah, we have to fight Kati in this ending, which is kind of a pain in the ass fight. But we'll have Alice for it, and that'll help. Alice is really good. Cannon. Nailed it. Nailed it. Oh wait, flashing unblockable. Right, I forgot. The beginning of this level was just like play volleyball for a minute. Wanted to get that heal, but it's not gonna happen. Do I have the stun yet? No. I might get it. I'm probably gonna get it here. But like, for example, against these guys, Andre's swipe can hit like all of them at once. So fighting as Inaba here just is like not that great. Okay, now I got it. Stun baton move. Nailed it. Well, I guess I'll just die then. Okay, might be health in this. Nailed it. Shit. Now we gotta fight Spider-Man. I missed the stun. You see, like, Inaba, he can do some cool stuff with the stun, but he's just not that great outside of that. He just doesn't really have anything else going for him. But you can chain stun some enemies really well. Alright, what does my route say? London. So we're doing London next. I'm pretty sure on this route we have to do America. We have to do the jungle level, we have to do America, and we have to do the Forbidden City. So this is probably the longest route. Although, I don't know, maybe Blade Master is longer because the Haka levels are just generally harder than the Fukenshi levels, I believe, and you kind of have to go out of your way to hunt the Haka. Whereas, like, finding the Fukenshi is not that bad. Alice is really the only one you have to go out of your way for. And she's worth it. She's really strong. Because she can animation cancel her attacks if she hits a wall with the attack. So she can just, like, stun lock. Just attack. Which is really good. Oh yeah, these are the fascists. The BS. Not SS, the BS. But yeah, slightly censored compared to the Japanese Maken expert, where they just, I can jump up here, right? Yeah. You can imagine what these guys are supposed to be. You straight up like fight a Nazi lady with a rocket horse in one of the levels if you're doing Blade Master. That's power. This is heal. Okay, I don't need it. Forget how to do this. Nailed it. I stunned the wrong one. Yep, and this is what happens. These guys are no joke. Yep, I'm going to die. Okay. Back on it. Nice. But yeah, playing this game as Inaba, not easy. Can I get that heal still? Or is it just completely gone? I think it's gone. Well, can't get touched for the rest of the level. I think there is a heal along the way, but there's also exploding dogs. So, that might not be good. Nazi dogs. Hello, Angora. I mean, I'll use this if I have to. Oh, I guess it is. Used it early. Probably. Can you move out of my way, please? I probably will get shot on the way out here. Yeah. I forgot you have to dodge side. That's okay. This is not an easy level with Inaba, so it's not really surprising. This is like the last level you have to do with him aside from Amsterdam. Actually, you gotta do Leon with him, I think. But I lost all my health on that one fight, and I also made a massive mistake opening that box with the heal, but you have no idea what's in the boxes until you open them, unless you already know, which I have forgotten, so not really surprising. Just do it again, no big deal. A member of the European Union. Straight up Stroheim, stomach machine gun, and pose. It's probably faster to get it going out. I'm gonna save that health for after the fight in case I need it. Yeah, he reacted to me turning the camera, and I was gonna do this back and forth silly jump. That went much better, because I actually managed to stun the first guy before the second guy owned me. It is a little... It does kind of suck that you have to, like, play as Inaba for so long if you're trying to do the Haka-sided routes at the beginning. I think, like, what generally most people recommend, or at least, like, what I've seen, is that in that route guide that's new that I saw, like, the idea is that, you farm so you can get the fan lady in Hong Kong. Oh yeah, I remember how annoying this part is to try and do without taking damage. Just fuck it. Who cares? They, like, specifically delay and stagger the dogs so one will hit you faster than the other dogs normally will, and the other dog will react slower. So most of the time it's just better to try jumping past them, but a lot of the times you also, at least in the speedrun for Haka, you're worried about having enough image points. Which I might not have enough image points to get Ramrod, but that's okay because I'm not speedrunning right now. I could just do another level again and get more image points. And then I can brain jack Ramrod from the menu. But this is probably... Oh wait, this is Leon. This is the... I'm gonna have to... Oh god, dude. Leon. I have to fight... I forget his name. He's one of the Fukenshi is here. Oh no, you just do... Okay, never mind. You don't do Leon. You just go straight to Amsterdam and you get Ramrod right away. That's right. No, you fight the guy who I'm thinking of, the peg leg guy, with Ramrod. So I got my order messed up. Let me fix that in my notes. Just looking at my, like, 3-year-old route notes from my Haka running days. But this is gonna be hard. This is, like, already one of the hardest stages in the game, and doing it with Inaba just fucking sucks. There is a save in the level, though, so, like, at least if I mess up really bad before Ramrod, I can save and have multiple attempts at Ramrod. There's also a heal, like, down the path that's kind of out of the way you can get. But this level has a skip in Maken X. You can jump over the fence and go right to the end of the level. But you cannot do it in Maken Shou. I know because I manipulated enemies to stand near the thing that you normally can jump over in Maken X, stood on that enemy, and jumped off the enemy and still could not get over the fence, so... Not really anything else you can do to try and do that, as far as I know. Pretty sure they just put, like, an invisible wall there. Third time's the charm. Nailed it. This is the dog beatdown room. Cool. Well, it's ruined now. Yep. The moment you miss, it's done. Okay, that could be worse. ARMS. Nintendo's own. I really want to get that heal. Oh, I didn't get it. Cool. Read my inputs. Frame 1 reaction enemies. Everybody's favorite. Basically just have to stand in front of them until, with your guard up until they decide to do an unblockable, and then you jump over the unblockable and hit them. Maken show them arms. Let me see them arms, girl. Go forward. Whatever. You could tell playing as Inaba is not exactly the most fun. But luckily this is the last level we have to play as him. Dude just sucks. It would be nice if we could skip this level. That's one thing that Maken X definitely has over this game when it comes to speedrunning it, is this is like the most annoying level, and you can just jump over the fence to the end. I'll point out the fence that you can jump over when we open it. I gotta knock that guy over. That's what I'm messing up. The stun doesn't last long enough, but if you stun and then hit them, they'll fall over. Because that guy just, like, always hits you no matter what, basically. He's just got a really good angle in an attack on you. Basically gotta do it. Oh, never mind. Doesn't knock him over. That's cool. Great. I forget what the strat is for that guy then. Maybe just block it. No, it's an unblockable move, I think. Oh, I fell asleep at the wheel and it's over. Time to take 50 million dog hits. There we go. Okay, well, whatever. Like I said, he's good for stuff like this, though. Like, Inaba makes these guys, if you can remember what the fuck to do. He's got pluses and minuses. It's just, I wish his attack was a sweep. If his attack was a sweep, it would be so much better. Okay. But yeah, this fence here that we're about to open, you can skip. and Maken X. I was going to do it on my own. Okay. Not sure what that means. I'm gonna keep saving over the top slot. Save successful. But yeah, we're about to open it. You can just jump over that. But not in this version, sadly. They put like a big invisible wall above it. Now, if we could get back up somehow, we would also just be able to skip this next sequence, which we can't. Don't have a whole lot of tools. You can jump on enemies in this game, but there's no enemies here. So, gotta go in the tunnels. The guy we need to get anyway is down in the tunnels, so... not that big of a deal that we gotta go down here and do this. Okay. I don't think I ever knew that there was a guy behind you there. Yep. There goes my heal. Okay, there's a save. It's Ramrod! I think you hit this twice. And that's the trick. Maybe I'm wrong. Dog out of the sky. Okay. Had my active attack frames up, but it wasn't enough. Okay. I guess I'll just redo this section. It's fine. Gotta come down here. That. Okay, yeah, here's the save. So, this is our save for Ramrod. The Ramrod boss fight is actually quite difficult, especially with Inaba. This was like the number one thing that I practiced when I was running this, was this fight, because this fight with Inaba just sucks. How much? Okay, I have enough image, but if I had gotten the fan lady in Hong Kong, she costs like 1,200, so I wouldn't have enough image to get Ramrod here. He costs 2,200. So that was like the problem routing, is like there's just not enough money to go around. He's in there, by the way. But if you go over here in Maken X, if you go down this direction, it actually exits out into like the main area. It skips going back through that sewer area, but in Maken Show, I guess they decided it was too easy, so they make you have to go through that area again after you beat the Fukenshi, which is just like very mean. It's just very, very mean. And I don't understand why. But we gotta fight this guy in his disco palace.
剣士のラムロ
Rumrod. I always call him
お前
Ramrod.
が魔剣か。欧州に潜入している天孫流星の部下を倒し、リスボンの港へ来い。それが風剣士カティのメッセージだ。この欧州には天孫流星の計画を阻止する使命を帯びた風剣士が俺を含め3人いる。皆この世界を守るために己の意志を捨てた人間だ。魔剣よ、お前は人間になりたいと思ったことがあるか。愚かで自分勝手な人間に。かつて俺たち風剣士は天孫流星の力を持ち、世界の秩序を守ってきた。世界を守ってきたといえば聞こえはいいが、争いを根絶したわけでも平和を導いたわけでもない。単に時を進めただけだ。秩序を維持するという名目のために俺の一生は使われる。馬鹿げた話さ。だが俺は風剣士だ。使命を果たさねばならない。その結果、愛する者を
Oh yeah, I forgot. This guy is like married to the Nazi queen.
愚か者だからな。
I forgot about that shit. Bummer, dude. Married a Nazi. Oops.
風剣士としてお前に命じる。くだらぬこの
Or maybe not married, but
天孫流星の部下を倒せ。
no. I will not save the world.
天孫流星の考えに賛同するもしないもお前の自由だ。だが風剣士の命を拒否すれば人類の敵として認知されるぞ。それでも欧州の八家を倒す気にはならないか。
Yes. Now we fight.
そうか。ならばお前を
Let's see if I can remember anything about how to fight this guy, because he is hard.
させるわけにはいかない。俺も奴らの同類だ。貴様がこう答えることを望んでいたのだからな。
We might be here a while, is what I'm trying to say. Yep, going great. Nailed it. Okay, keep doing this. Don't do that. Don't do that. Keep doing that. Good. Good. There we go. We can brain jack him here because it's not a speed run, but you don't want to brain jack in a level in a speed run because this whole animation has to play. So you basically can finish the level as Inaba in the speed run because this takes like 20 seconds. Extra bummer because there's still a lot of fighting to do in this level, and you don't get the health refill from Ramrod. But he's just way better. I mean, look at this attack. It's exactly what you want. He's so good at CC. Just, you don't even need to be like next to the enemy to hit them. I'm surprised I did that first try, because that fight is not easy. I got lucky. He basically stayed near the wall the whole time, so I could keep hitting him after doing melee, because he likes to run away and do that ice attack over and over and over and over. So, that went pretty well. Now I just have to get the heck out of this level. Easier said than done. That's why we leave that box, just to get the heal on the way out, because you need heals here too. Damage tank, tank it, tank it, tank it, we're fine. His damage is also just way better. Although he can't stun lock like Inaba can. This area is especially hard to fight these ladies because the ceiling is really low. So you like bonk your head when you try and jump. Kind of sucks. But now we're done. Now we beat the level. This level is so much longer and harder than any other level along this route, really. For the, like how early it is. I guess that this level is pretty far in, honestly. Yeah, she starts coughing as she starts to fade, as you become more and more evil.
ラムロットさんの態度に腹が立ったから。それとも人間のイマージュを吸収したいだけ。私たちが
She's fading
どうして
away.
ここにいるのか考えてよ。
She's gonna die.
お願いだから風景師の人たちに協力して天孫流星を倒せば父さんを取り戻せるんだから。
What do I care about that, lady? I'm just a sword. This is also this level is also quite an ordeal. Oh, I'm still in the sub menu. There we go. This boss ain't exactly easy either. You do a boss like right at the beginning if you're doing the Haka route and you're killing the Fukenshi. Oh. Don't know why I pressed R1. There's also a skip here in Maken X. You can clip through that gate, but it's extremely precise from what I understand. Like, nobody has really done it RTA. Ever, is my understanding. Like, it's only ever been done with save states. So not even like in level RTA, just like not even like it'd be cool if it was full game, right? But not really a viable strat. Like the setup doesn't work often enough. Which sucks because if you could skip this level, that would be huge because this level is very long. I don't know why I autopiloted to the save. I just saved outside the level, but whatever, this is fine. This boss is probably gonna kill me, so.
この売れない文筆家に何か用かな、マーケン殿。私の仲間を切り倒してきた君は招かれざる客だと思うのだが、まあ君の真意はこれからわかることだがね。さて時間もないことだ。手短に話そう。天孫流星は人類を抹殺する計画を立てている。奴の計画を阻止することが我ら封建士に課せられた使命。使命を果たすため、我々は個々の幸せを捨てたのだ。愛する者を倒さなければならない男もいれば、
Why is this colon in quotation marks?
それほどまでに使命とは重要なものなのだ。世界の秩序を守るという封建士の使命を果たすため、君の中にいる少女の母親も封建士として生きる道を選んだ。人には心があるゆえに苦しみや悲しみを知り、そして生きている証を得る。君にも人と同様に心があるだろう。ゆえに私は尋ねるのだよ。人類のために使命を全うする意志はあるかね。
No.
使命を放棄するのは君の自由だよ。だが封建士の命令を拒むなら、君は天孫流星と同じだ。人類の敵として認知されても構わないというのかね。
Yes.
残念だよ。私は君と戦わねばならない。封建士が第二の天孫流星を歓迎するわけにはいかないからね。シン
Nailed it. What? How did that hit me? Whatever. Don't do, come on. There we go. Fucking she? No, dude, I'm not doing the fuck boy ending. I will save because that fight actually went pretty well. He only did the lightning attack a couple times. The lightning attack, not only is it like slow, but it's pretty hard to dodge it for long enough to get him to exit it. And he didn't really do like any awkward lunges at me. I just took hits because I didn't remember when to let go of guard when he did the kick, the kick attack, the triple kick. Cool. shot from across the map. Let's see if it fills my health from the save. Otherwise, we might need to actually leave the level and come back. It doesn't. Awesome. And there's no heals inside the room, is there? Nope. Whatever. Hit me. Fuck off, dude. How did that not touch you? Got this wide ass swing and still miss somehow. Whatever. Just restart again from the save, I guess. Okay, never mind. We're good. Should be fine now. I think there's more heals after this part. This game is a hard game, dude. That was the whole reason why I wanted to learn the speedrun for this game. Was when I played this game casually, it whooped my ass. And at least now there's like information about this game that's out. But when I played it, there was literally like no guides written for this game. There was literally no video on YouTube on how to fight one of the bosses. There was a written guide for Maken Shao, but for that fight, if I remember correctly, they just said like, I never beat this boss in the guide. And there was somebody who was doing like a playthrough on YouTube, and it just stopped when they got to that boss because they said the boss was too hard. And it was the Nazi lady rocket horse. And like, I really wanted to like get the best ending in the game, which is the Blade Master ending, and there was literally like no information on how to fight that boss. So it took just like 5 hours of me fighting that boss to come up with a strat. Okay, at least he didn't hit me. Oh no, oh fuck, I'm an idiot, dude. I thought this, whatever. Dumb move. I'm playing casually so I can move back so as to not get hit by the missile guy. Dude, it's not the time to fucking get missed inputs, man. This is literally, you're just gonna die. I wasn't trying to do that. I was trying to do the move, the back forward move, and it just didn't do it, and it just cost me the run. Whatever. Do it again, start from the save, go through all the shit, hopefully make it to the heal, get back to that spot, do the whole auto-scroller again. Just because the game didn't take my input. Whatever. Comboed full health to death. This isn't even the hardest part of the level yet. This level is so long. Might be here a while too. Howdy, Admiral. Just enjoying perfect video game. I'm kidding, but playing this game again. It's been a while, but just felt like going for the last ending that I've never gotten in this game. Yep. Everybody loves Ko. We'll be able to kill him soon. Okay, I do have the move. Why did it not do it when I tried to do it earlier? No, I'm just going for the last ending because I've never seen what's in it. I'd be surprised if there was, like, retro achievements for this game. Alright, I actually have enough health that if I do mess up the input again, I might be able to live. I know you're probably joking, but there are, like, retro achievements are such a big thing now that could have been a very legitimate question. There we go. Did it. Now I can stand here and mash the button. Alright, we're in a pretty good spot. Oh, there's a save here. Okay, well that makes this a little easier. I'm so used to doing this in a speed run, like my brain just thinks there's no saves in this level, but there's plenty of checkpoints in this game, I guess. I just didn't really remember that. A little kinder than I think I remember. Much more manageable with all the saves. Got full image right now. I don't need to get any more image for if I'm like following like the speedrun route when it comes to like what brain jacks to do. Okay, this is the fun part. Oh my god, how did I land on that? Oh, failed it right at the end. Cool. Now we're gonna have huge problems. That's okay though. Who cares? Get up there, come on. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Could have been much worse. Awesome. Pay the damage tax. In the speedrun, hopefully you have, like, residual of your damageless state where you can't take damage. Your invulnerability. I think I'm gonna go to the back here and try to get what's in the box. I don't remember what it is. Okay, yeah, that's really good. I need that. Just use it. Cool. All right, we're in there. We lived. Now she's gonna be even more pissed. Like, stop killing everybody!
風剣士と戦って天孫流星と変わらないわ。
She just doesn't understand Maken. Maken is not siding with the Haka in this route. He's simply refusing to side with the Fukenshi. Alright, now we need to do Vatican, and then we do, Greece? Athens? Yeah, and then we go to Lisbon. The Vatican with Ramrod ain't too bad. Or Rumrod. I'm gonna keep calling him Ramrod because there's somebody I know whose username is Ramrod, so I keep wanting to say that. But this stage is a nightmare with Inaba, but there's basically multiple paths you can take in this game, and when I was routing the Haka route, I basically after Moscow I timed doing Istanbul and then Athens, and then the Vatican, and then coming back this way up to London to kill all the Fukenshi, and then come back down and do Lisbon. And, you know, it had a shot, but it ended up being slower, so... And it's probably for the best, because doing Vatican with Inaba really sucked. But I got good at the fight, because I had to be able to time it well. And that was like probably the most time doing anything I ever spent in this game was practicing Vatican with Inaba to just see if it was fast, and it ended up not being fast. It was kind of a waste. But I never would have known if I didn't do it. And I think the video that I took comparing the times is gone now, so I can't even like post it for internet cred. Sadly. But we just have to beat the first room to go through here. It's a Messianic believer. This level's pretty hard if you're actually trying to do the Blade Master ending, because you have like extra fights at the end, and you have a boss at the very end of that, so it's a very long endurance level with a lot of enemies. It can be kind of a pain. But it's not too bad if you're just trying to walk through the area without fighting the boss, without trying to beat Tenso Ryusei. So we just leave. That's all we gotta do to be able to get our asses out of here. Now we can do Athens. Athanases. Her name is Alice, by the way. So I don't know where they're getting Athanases from. Even when you look at her, you can tell it's supposed to be Alice. She has like a diamond, like a card diamond pattern on her. Alright, this stage is kind of messed up too, but see if I can remember where to go, and hopefully I don't die. The boss fight, I feel like I'm saying this for every level, but this level's hard, and the boss fight's also hard. Yeah, Alice is fun. I like Alice. This level is way more annoying in Maken X, but it's not easy here. In Maken X, it's extra annoying. And Rum Rob here is strong enough to one-tap him. He's got a good range, too. Trying to do this with, like, Inaba is just, like, good fucking luck. I did do this with Inaba at one point to time it, and it was just, like, a nightmare. This is the stage that kind of killed it. And you don't actually, like, get enough image points to get her when you get here, so you have to, like, brainjack her from the menu later. But doing this level, like, right before Lisbon gives you enough points to brainjack her every time. Like, I have 500 extra right now, I think. You need 2,200. I forgot they make, like, funny gun sounds. That's Alice. Gotta go backwards. That's the trick. You have to go forward and back. Oh my god, I forgot about these fucking things. No, it's way worse than they look. I didn't get the heal, but whatever. There's a heal there. Oh! That is terrible. I don't even know what to do now. I don't even know if I can fight the boss in this level right now. Let's see. don't think I've ever fallen there. So the rest of this is improv. Forgot that you gotta kill that guy. Okay, this is going up, so this is probably fine. Okay, yeah, here we go. I know where I am now. Oh, maybe not. Thought I knew. This is where you come in from, right? The entrance. Okay, that means... Yes, okay. We're back at the start. Got a heal out of it, too, so this is fine. Now all the enemies are going to be in weird positions, and I'm not going to be able to do anything right, but that's okay. Hopefully it won't matter. Yep, that's what I wanted. Thank you for turning my... Yeah, that's why these enemies suck. They, like, do 3 bars of damage at once. And I didn't want to waste the heal, so I was waiting to get down to 1 pip, but that's my mistake. Do it again. Hopefully this time I remember to jump. Oh, you do cards? Or you just mean like a package arrived? Oh, you got a Japanese Xbox box? I mean, I don't think I would do that, but... I mean, I could see why you'd want the box. I don't care much for, like, the packaging. Oh, the American box? Almost did it right. Dude. Get the heal. Thank you. Whatever. I remembered to do the strat this time. This is not the way out. This is the wrong way. Where did I go wrong? Oh. I have no idea where I went the wrong way, so... might have to refer to a video. 'Cause that was the correct path in my brain. This way? What the fuck? Where do I go? I'm gonna refer to my speed run of this. So I cannot remember what the fuck turn I'm supposed to take. Oh, okay, I'm supposed to fall down. That, okay. I would not have remembered that. Not in a million years I would have remembered that you're supposed to intentionally fall down in the level that heavily punishes you falling down. Well, whatever. Is it this one? Or is it the next one? I think it's the next one. Yeah, here we go. Definitely gonna need the save, considering I have no healing. And I'm not at full health. See if I can remember how to fight this lady.
万古の力を持つ者。あなたは人類の味方ですか？それとも天孫流星の？いえ、そのような問いは無意味なことですね。私はアキナス。欧州を守るために派遣された封建士の
Maybe your name is Akinas, and like maybe if it was Maken X, they called her Alice.
人とは異なるあなたの目にこの世界はどう映りますか？赤死病の伝染経路をめぐり責任をなすり合い、食料や医療品の配給に人種民族差別を出す不健全な思想が支配する道徳観の壊れた世界。私の目にはそう見えます。はるか昔から争いの絶えない世界。赤死病を流布したのは天孫流星の部下である八家。彼らを倒し赤死病を根絶しても人の心の病が癒されない限り秩序ある世界は訪れないのでしょうね。でも私には使命があります。次の世代を担う人たちを信じて戦わねばなりません。私の子供たちが生きていく未来を閉ざさないために。マケン、あなたは私たちの最後の希望です。天孫流星の部下を倒すため。
Will you defeat Mr. Meteor? No.
あなたにはあなたなりの考えがあるというのですね。ですが、封建士の依頼を拒めば人類の敵として認知されます。それでも天孫流星の部下を倒す気はないと答えますか？
Yeah.
そうですか。残念です。私はこの場であなたを封印しなければなりません。第二の天孫流星を認めるわけにはいかないのです。
Cool. Cool. Is my lock on? Oh, cool. There goes all my health. Really looking forward to watching that cutscene again. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Unless I clutch the fuck up right now. Huh. One more. Oh my god, dude. The last fucking hit, she immediately lunges at me. I mean, that's what I would do is if I was her. She she definitely played that right. If the tornado ain't working, just go for the stab. She knows what she's doing. I have to listen to her talk again, which kind of sucks, but whatever. At least we're just right here. I tried to get a lock on at the beginning of the fight. I don't know why I expected to get an immediate lock on. But I didn't get a lock on, so... I think I can skip these text a little bit, right? Right, yeah, okay, good. At least they have the wherewithal to let you skip the text for these. Zemu's gotten a lot better lately. The save states still kind of don't really work very well. But aside from that, it's good for the games it works for. But the more obscure games, which are the ones that I'm interested in, they have problems with, like, Murakumo, it has graphical errors all over the place, and, Xbox Morrowind is pretty bad on it. And those are like the two Xbox games that have actually speed ran, so I really wanted the save states, and they just didn't really work very well. Funny. Nice camera. Yeah, I do, Drac. I do. Why do you ask? I've done plenty of mods to my systems. Yeah, generally you want to replace all your caps in an original Xbox, but the most important thing is that you just rip out the clock capacitor, and you don't need to know how to solder to do that. The camera control. Like, you could just use pliers to twist it off. Generally, though, what I'd recommend, yeah, is that you desolder it or clip it off with snips. But most of the time, like when I do mine, I just get in there with pliers, twist the cap off, clean the area with like a little vinegar and then isopropyl alcohol, just to make sure that all the electrolytic fluid is off the board. Because that shit's corrosive, and that's the problem, is that the electrolytic fluid from the clock capacitor blows and gets all over the PCB, and eventually it will corrode through the copper traces in the board and kill your Xbox. And besides, if you're getting an Xbox, you probably want to hard mod it anyway, so you probably do want to know how to solder for that.
何も言いたくない。あなたの好きにすればいいわ。
You thinking about getting an original Xbox? Alright, I think this is a good stopping point, because if I'm doing the, if I have to do all the Blade Master levels, like all of the ones after Lisbon, like the jungle area, America, and the Forbidden City, then that's probably a whole stream's worth of content, because those levels are pretty tough. But I do have Alice, which should make them easier, but I think it's probably a good time to stop anyway. So yeah, thanks for watching. Finish this game up next time I stream, so I'll see you then. Goodbye.